Good morning or good evening YouTube, I'm back here with a PvP video this time. And it's been a very long time since I did my last PvP masterclass video. And well, I thought maybe we should try and do some more PvP stuff here. Obviously this is a very endgame, so if you're a new player or if you are a free-to-play and stuff like that, you might not be able to find this video very relevant for you, but you might be able to still learn something, I guess. From this video, that what I'm going to teach you here in, I think it might take only 5 minutes, and you will be a lot more wise about PvP counters here. We're going to talk about the rock, paper, scissors system that is in 3 versus 3 at the moment. So advanced arena, guild arena, and I think that is it, right? Because every other place you're using either 1 team, 5 teams, or something similar like that. So basically, at the moment, at least in Endgame here, I am in Apex division. It's the old division where you have, while you are on a server that is more than 2 years old. And this is very, very Endgame, right? I'm in Bloodlust. It is the best guild in the game. And we are obviously fighting also some of the best players in the game here. So that is the content that you will be seeing today. So basically, if you're going to go into it here, it's very simple, and I'm going to tell you which counters who, right? I'm going to tell you what team is going to counter another team, and there's a very easy way to actually get a lot of new wins here, and a lot of flags, because some heroes are actually countering directly other heroes, okay? So on the left side here, you can see my teams. I have gone with these 3 teams. For me, at the moment, these are the 3 best performing teams that I can do for champs, and not for champs, but for guild versus guild and advanced arena. Okay, I'm using these teams here. Obviously, you can see pay to win because we have the pets, but if you look at the enemy on the other side, he also has the pets, right? And E5, all the heroes. So it's not really big difference to show it, right? First of all, let me just tell you some quick tips here, very easy and quick reminder. If you see this whale team here with Nickleaf and whale on it, you know that that is the attribute steel team, and it's pretty broken at the moment because it cannot really die. Well, it can, but you have to do a lot of damage, or you actually have to use HP deduction to get past the bug, because it is a bug at the moment. Okay, there is an interaction bug between Nickleaf, her E3 buff thing, and then Whale's unkillable thing where he can't die if he's in a full attribute steel team. It makes the other heroes not take more damage than like 1 damage all the time, and you will have to do a lot of damage to kind of proc the 66% buff from Nickleaf, otherwise you can't do it. But HP deduction makes it actually go under the 66% HP thing, so that is one way to counter this team. So basically, if you're using Mondant here in an HP deduction team, you don't have to use Ghoster here. You can use like maybe you have Tatron instead, or you have other heroes in that. As long as it's a full HP deduction team to help your Mondant, then you can actually counter this team here just by doing this. And it works every time. Doesn't matter if Boreas is there and the Bone Dragon, you are going to kill that team. And I'm going to show you in the video here on skip how easy that is, okay? So basically what I do is just look at my enemy team. I see Will and Nikki. I put a Mondant team in, my HP deduction team, because that is going to win against that. The next counter in the 3 versus 3 at the moment is Mondant actually. So you're probably thinking, how do I counter Mondant then? Well, Mondant is very weak to Marie actually. So if you have Marie team, then you can just put her in. So what I do is I see Mondant. I actually take this team here and put it like this. It's because Marie is making sure that if you're not critting, then you cannot do any damage. And Mondant will do his S4 thing at the beginning of the battle, but he cannot crit because he's a bleed damage dealer, basically. So he's losing out on a lot of damage potential, and you can counter the Mondant team if you use Marie. And you can use her in the HP burn pursuit team here like I do, or you can use her actually in a CC team with Giselle and like a full CC team, and just put Marie in, and it's going to be very strong against Mondant as well. Then there's the last team here. The HP burn pursue team is actually pretty weak to Boreas and Bone Dragon. So we can use this team here to counter this team down here. And the reason is that this team here, it's not the strongest team in the world, and it will kill some enemies here, but then the Bone Dragon and Boreas will revive it, right? It might change in the future because we just got a new pet now, a new Spirit Beast, which is anti-Bone Dragon. So we'll see how the meta is the next time there is a 3 vs 3. But right now, currently, this is the 3 vs 3 meta team that I would be using. And it will change in the future. Maybe when you're watching this video here, the meta has been changed if you're watching it in the future. But let's just go on here, right? So now I'm going to skip my battles here, and this should result in 3 flags if I've done my homework correctly. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so we got 3 flags here as expected. You can see here that the Mondan team is just nuking this team here, is not a problem. Here you can see I'm actually killing him in the opener, and he even got the Griffin pet, but we're just killing him. It's no problem, right? And then you have this team here, also very good against that team. So let's just apply the rules that I just taught you. So basically I go in here, it takes very long. Nikki Whale, okay, gonna use my HP deduction team. I see a kind of thing here up where we would have had a Mondant. This guy, he doesn't have Mondant though. So what we do instead is actually just, we're still gonna do this here though, right? Because this team here will still counter that team, and then this team can counter this team here. So this should be at 3 flags as well. Let's see here. Okay, so that's 3 flags. Yes, let's just apply our logic here that I just told you, the rock, paper, scissors system. Let's keep it going. So here you can see again, Nikki and Whale. I'm gonna put my HP deduction team here with Mondant. It's gonna win. I also see he has a Mondant here in the bottom. So I'm gonna use my Marie team. It's already aligned apparently. So we're just gonna click the button here, and there should be 3 flags again. Let's see. Sometimes they might be too strong, but not in this case here. Let's keep going here. So we see Mondant is up here. I'm gonna use my Marie team to kill that Mondant. I see a Nikki and Will team here, so I'm gonna put my HP deduction team. And then I have my leftover team here in the middle. And this is also a HP burn pursuit team, which we should be able to kill. We could not do that, and this might be because of tierlists, to be honest. Let's see. Okay, so I don't know, we would have to see the replay, but it's not too important for me. But Ulrich is also a very strong player. This should have worked, but apparently, and you can see here, that's interesting. Using tierlists instead of one of the other heroes. I don't know what the other people are using, I'm not too sure. But you can see they're not really doing any damage, so actually maybe you should just go in and see what happened here. Why did I lose it? Let's see, maybe it's a bug. Let's see, so you can see Invu here is doing some stuff. Am I doing, maybe it's just a Rato, to be honest. I might proc her, but let's see. Let's see here, so let's see what happens. It's a long fight. You can see here shielding, 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 lots of damage reduction here. Invu on the other side has put the covered dice debuff on my Muhammad. So he is gonna die at some point. I cannot get rest. It's not too big of a deal, but let's see. You can see they're not really taking any damage actually. They're pretty good, pretty big shield. Maybe he has some arcane gems or something that is also helping him. They're not really taking a lot of damage, to be honest. And let's see here what happens. And let's see, they're not taking any damage at all. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's very tanky. That's very, very tanky, this team here. Yeah, you see Erazu. Yeah, see, it's Erazu. So basically, he procced Erazu, and the Erazu just killed me. That is because, and that's fine, Erazu actually kind of counters Boreas because she can kill him before he can use the Bone Dragon thing here, right? So, but again, I mean, the game is kind of boring, right? Like, I mean, come on, man, come on. I beat him, right? But I didn't. So, okay, it's fine. Let's just keep applying our logic here. So, Nikki Will, HP deduction team, and here we don't have him on that, so we're gonna do like this still though. But then again, and there's no tierlist this time though, but let's see if this works. It should work. It might also just be that my Boreas team is not good enough, but it worked there. So maybe Old Ridge is just too strong. So we have Mondant here, so we're gonna use our Marie. We have a Nikki team here down here. We're gonna use like this here, and we're gonna hit the skip button, and let's see if we win against this team here. So now I'm actually scared of the Eratos. So every time I go against Erato now, I'm gonna be afraid that she's gonna kill me, but it looks okay here. Let's see. Phoenix, also very strong player though. Let's see against the wrong guy here. Again, Nikki Whale. I'm gonna use my HP deduction, and we're gonna line it up like this here. Yes, I think. Yes, like this. Yeah, let's go. This one here is gonna be interesting because the HP burn team is the same as the one Ulrich was using. And you can see this time here is no issue, right? So it's not about tierlists really. It's more Ulrich is just, he was just strong enough to proc his Irato in my face. So my barriers couldn't do anything, right? Nikki Whale here, I'm gonna use my HP deduction team. There's no Mandant up here, but we're still gonna use the Marie team for it because Marie team is generally very good against the HP D team here. And then we're gonna click like this here, and you can see it was very easy for me to get all my flags by applying some simple countering rock paper scissors logic here. And well, we got a lot of flags, right? So yeah, okay guys, so that is it for me for this video here. I hope you learned something about the countering and stuff. Have a nice day. Cheers. Bye.